says Abdusalam. You could get that story on page 8 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And to another story, 68 pledges unmet as 10 National Assembly nears. You can get that story on page 12 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And to another headline, bank earns 225 billion naira from ATM e-banking charges. Wow, you can get that story on page 27 of the Punch newspaper. And another headline here says US-Iran truce could slash petrol price to 900 naira. Operators. That story is on page 27 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Another headline here says Nigerian others buy $3.1 billion airtime on credit. Wow. I didn't know we were spending that much that much on credit. That story is on page 26 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And another headline here says teachers' detention spark uproar among Lagos colleagues. That's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. And the final headline I will be taking from the Punch newspaper is federal government opens special CBN account for retirees' benefits. And that's on page 9 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Moving on, let's go to the Tribune this morning. The major headline here says, outrage spreads over General Rabi's death in bandits' hands. And right after that story, which is on the page 3 of the Tribune newspaper, says MBF Miyetti Allah, Atiku Bruntai, issues warning. Another writer, bandits yet to release our mother, son of Rabi. Wow. God will help us during this good times in Nigeria. Yes, moving on. That is on the page 3 of the Tribune newspaper this morning. Another headline here says, Orire abduction, Bauchi government visits Makinde, canvasses security architecture. And that's on page 2 of the Tribune newspaper. While on page 3, we have something special here that says, Khan marks Black Sunday, urges action against insecurity. Right. All right. Let's move to the Guardian newspaper this morning. And another major headline here that I can see says concern over asset risk as airports shun comprehensive insurance. That is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Another headline here says 1 year after Yelewata killings in KB revives call for security overhaul. That's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And another headline here says Abacha's circle marked 3 generals for elimination, says Abubakar. That's on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. And the final headline that we'll be taking on the Guardian before we go in depth into each newspaper this morning says CIFCFIN advocates pre-election vetting of candidates' credentials. And that's on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Right. So Chukwuemeka, where do we begin this morning?
Where do we go from here? That's a big question.
Where do we go from here? So should we start from the Punch newspaper? The major headline, which I can see that stares at me, is bandits launch over 50 attacks in 1 week.
You see, it is it's unfortunate that we are in where we are today in our dear country.
Wow.
And it appears that we have made abnormalities to be normal. We have normalized everything that we should not normalize. And 50 bandit attacks within 1 week.
It's alarming.
It's very, very alarming. Not just alarming, it is very precarious and scary. And look at the general that died in captivity.
Right.
Many questions are hanging. The government came out to say the man died of diabetes. Some reports said he died of snake bite. The family is asking, how did you people get his body? Who dropped his body? Who dropped his body? The people that dropped his body, where did they drop it? And they went back into the bush. We are not telling ourselves the truth. And Tobi, let me tell you something. you cannot defeat what you feed. When you are feeding a monster, it will be very difficult for you to defeat that monster. What do I mean? By our utterances, pronouncements, body languages, we have been feeding these terrorists and bandits. We are not treating them kinetically enough to drive home the point that they are evil.
I see.
We still believe that people in the circle of power, people who believe that these people are still not doing enough to warrant their elimination, are still out there. Katsina state government is still telling them that there is still window of opportunity for you to repent and come home. We pay you, we do this for you. The same state, you are bringing back a body of a general killed by these monsters in the bush, and you are still making such promises. Our president made a speech during the June 12th. He said there's still window of opportunity. There's no timeline. So anytime you repent, you come back. When you finish, or you can't get more people to kidnap, to make money, you come back. I'll forgive you. How will you defeat such a monster? You cannot.
That's not sustainable.
I'm coming. Yeah. Then, look at Borno State. You know, what happened in Orire has overshadowed what happened in Borno State. 46 children are still in the bush. The press, they played it down because of what happened in Orire. Now, Orire children are still there. Tuesday, tomorrow, all the governors of APC, the vice president, members of the National Assembly will go to Ekiti for a mega rally for Oyebanji's re-election in a country where we have this kind of problem on the ground. You see that we are not serious. Yes, that's my own submission. They are going to dance in Ekiti, mega rally for re-election of the governor. The vice president will be there. Governors of APC will be there. Members of the National Assembly will be there. Nobody is saying something. There is no mourning. By this time, we should be in a mourning mood all over the country. Let me even tell you once again, some communities in Birini local government area in Sokoto State cannot have access to their farm right now because bandits have brought in fresh levies. And they gave them 3 days ultimatum. If you don't pay a certain amount of money, you will not have access to your farms. And we are still in a country where we claim to have sovereignty. And the president said we will not surrender to terror. Have we not surrendered? What is the difference between what is going on to surrendering to bandits and terrorists? We have surrendered already. If they can kill a retired army general and the first and a minister of the man was the retired army general and information defense information something about defense information, and they brought his corpse and no arrest was made. How do you explain it?
So who brought it? Who received it?
Who brought it? Who received it? How do you explain this to a rational mind?
How did you know where the corpse was?
No, there are so many questions. You know, so there are so many things happening in our country that when we look at them, you begin to wonder, how did we come to this sorry pass? Honestly speaking, it borders, and this election we are planning is dicey. Because you can't have this kind of atmosphere and you go for campaign. You can't have this kind of atmosphere and you call people to come out and vote. Where would they come out? So it means that if bandits say that Nigerians should not come out to vote, we will obey them. Because no, truly. Because Minister of Defense, right. Major General Christopher Musa, retired.
Yes.
He said over the week that bandits and terrorists, it is informants. Nigerians are enabling them by giving them information. Now, he said that Iran-Israeli war and the Ukraine-Russian war are the reasons why we have shortage of arms. Were you appointed to be making these silly excuses? Is that why you were appointed?
I agree with you.
Were you not appointed to make sure that these things it will stop by any means necessary? And you are telling now, if the same man came sometime to tell us to go and learn taekwondo and karate, we should learn martial arts. What? No, actually, you know, when they are saying all these things, it appears that they have no clue over what to do concerning this country. And if you listen to President's speech on June 12th day, He said, we have restored investor confidence.
Hmm.
Which investor, Toby, will come and invest in a society like ours, where 50 terrorist-related attacks took place within 1 week? Do you think people will come with their hard-earned money to be kidnapped in a country like Nigeria? They won't come. We are looking at the cost of energy. We are looking at poor purchasing power of Nigerians. If you come to produce, who will buy? Nigerians spent how many billion credit borrowing as a recharge card? How many? And we are
$3.1 billion
$3.1 billion
on a credit.
On credit, people are borrowing because they don't have money to pay. And we say we are. Why can't we tell ourselves the truth? You know why I always say it the way it is on this platform? Apart from the fact that my faith tells me to say it the way it is. When we know the truth shall set us free. The moment we start telling ourselves the truth in Nigeria, this country will be liberated. But the moment we stop, we keep living in delusion, denial, we are not going anywhere. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Nigeria is not working. Insecurity is everywhere. These people are overrunning us. What do we do to take back our country? That's a responsible and reasonable questions those in authority should ask themselves and sit down and tell themselves the honest truth. Look in the mirror and find out, do you tell yourself a lie? Tell yourself the honest truth. Let Nigerians know where we are going to. To tell us that, yes, we're on top of the situation, when the situation is on top of you, is a fallacy.
As much as insecurity currently affects internationally, it also is affecting the internal dynamics of Nigeria. An example is one headline here, since we're still on the Punch newspaper, one headline here, which is still on insecurity before we move to another topic, says teachers' detention sparks uproar among Lagos colleagues. And for me, that is internally, it's not just about what happened in Oyo State. Now, as you can see, it is gradually spreading.
No, you see, why I'm saying what I'm saying is this. You see, insecurity, the problem of insecurity has a hydra-headed faces. Because
several tentacles.
Yes, it will affect a lot of things.
Wow.
Now, look at those children in Borno State, 46 of them. You know the problem of the North. When we talk of being backward in education. I remember when we say Nigeria has millions of out-of-school children, North has the largest percentage.
Right.
And insecurity is ravaging the North. Do you think these children will still go back to school? Of course not. What happened in Orire? A man was crying and said that if he had known, he wouldn't have sent his children to school. Now, education, which is the bedrock of a civilized society, is under assault through insecurity. And we are not doing anything to stem the tide. So how do you think that we are even waging war against ourselves in so many fronts? Now, teachers are abducted. They are still in captivity. Students are there. 2-year-old children, 1.5 years. How do you think that other children will feel when they... Look, there is what they call trauma. If you have not been traumatized, you may not understand. I was once traumatized.
PTSD.
I was once 3 events in my life that I will never forget. One was during the Civil War. Trauma. If I hear the sound of aircraft, I start stooling. I start purging. Because everything in your system will begin to be watery. Trauma. And because we saw dead bodies, after the war, that thing still remained with us. Nightmares. That's when I understood what trauma. That when people go through some certain things, they need to pass through therapy in order for them to be healed. These children in the bush till now, what do you think is going in the minds? Do you know that some of these children can come back and become something else? Do you know that after the Civil War, so many Igbo chaps wanted to join the military? Not because they love military, they want revenge. That is trauma. People like me, that where my mother was beaten by a soldier on the federal side, After the Civil War, anybody in military uniform, I hate the person. Whether I know you or don't know you, as far as that uniform is on you, I don't have anything to do with you until God healed me and told me that, no, this is all of them are not the same. You can't continue this. Unforgiveness is a heavy burden. That's how I got healed. So trauma is a terrible thing. Our children now, do you know that schools that don't have problem with insecurity, once there's panic everywhere now in Nigeria, especially in schools. If you hear now that people are coming, children will begin to take their bags home. Why must we link education to banditry and panicking? People are panicking everywhere. Our country needs help, and the earlier those in authority wake up to the responsibilities of their office, the better for all of us.
All right. Thank you very much, Chukwuemeka. Let's move to another story that I find interesting on the Punch newspaper before we move to the second segment of Perspective Unlimited. And if you're just tuned in, this is Perspective Unlimited, where we take an in-depth dive into three major newspapers, and we do analysis, and we see where Nigeria is going from here. So, so the interesting headline here on the Punch newspaper this morning is US-Iran truce could slash petrol price to 900 naira. Operators, that's on page 27 of the Punch newspaper. That sounds like good news to me.
No, it's not yet Uhuru. Yes, you know why I'm saying?
From 1,325?
It's not yet Uhuru. If you look at what is playing out in the Middle East,
right,
it's very dicey. I'm coming. There is supposed to be an agreement between US and Iran.
Right.
Iran is saying that the ceasefire must include Lebanon. And Israel is saying that Lebanon must not be included because Lebanon is a different front. Remember that Iran is the one backing Hezbollah in Lebanon. If Israel is not too pleased with the terms of the ceasefire agreement between US and Iran, as far as the nuclear weapon issue is still there. Now, if Israel keeps attacking Lebanon and Iran attacks Israel, Israel will likely attack Iran and the truce will be scattered.
Right.
So it is not yet Uhuru until Hezbollah stops attacking Israel, so that Israel will not have any excuse to decimate Lebanon. That is when I will tell you that the truce will be in place. But as far as Hezbollah is still throwing rockets and missiles into Israel, Israel will keep on retaliating against Lebanon. And Iran may likely attack Israel, and Israel will likely face Iran. So that's why I'm telling you that it's not yet Uhuru.
So we should not celebrate.
We should not celebrate yet until all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. Because Middle East is a place where there's a lot of rascality. You can't predict them. With this one, we wake up. You know, when people have apocalyptic mind, that, we are waiting for something to happen, and we keep on fighting and fighting. You cannot. And why are we even banking on this? Look, Tobi, if we had done the needful as a country, all the shocks coming from the Middle East will not even affect us. But because our economy is very vulnerable, our economy is fragile and vulnerable, because we are. What are we really producing? What are we producing? We have crude oil. Yet, petrol is expensive in our country. Some countries that don't even have crude oil, the price of petroleum is even cheaper than Nigeria. That we have crude oil, we have refineries that are moribund, that are not working. We keep on throwing money into refineries, and do you know how much those refineries have gulped? Just like we did in Ajaokuta. We started at the same time with South Korea. South Korea is exporting steel. Nigeria cannot produce a needle. Corruption. So it is not a question of, the price will come down. No. Even if they put pen to paper and sign that deal, do you think that all the people that have cornered and conquered Nigeria and kidnapped this country will allow the price of petroleum to come down? Do you think they will? And government has no power to even tell them what to do, because he lost it when you didn't put the refineries to work. If refineries are working, we will not be vulnerable to external shocks coming from the Middle East.
Well, I just tend to see life more from the optimistic angle. And as I said, aside from looking at banditry and, yes, the things that are not working currently in the country, this is like a silver lining for me. And as I said, if pump price of PMS can come down from 1,325 to like 900, that as I said, the headline here says US-Iran truce could slash petrol price to 900. I know it will ease a lot of burden.
No, Tobi, I'm praying for it.
All right.
If it comes down to 500 naira, I will celebrate it. But the issue is that we are not living in a normal environment.
Right.
If we are living in a country where there are consequences for bad behavior, where government is actually in charge, where people are not just in office but also in power, I will tell you that these things will work, because where people matter to those that govern them. If citizens matter to those who govern them, I will tell you that this is a piece of good news. But whereby we roll on as if nothing has happened. You understand? It is not. We are still going to look at the thing with a little bit of doubt, because even if it comes down, will those who have captured that sector allow Nigerians to have a breather? That's the question. Knowing full well that there is no consequences for any breach in our country. If there are consequences, if government puts its feet down, Nigerians must be protected. We must not be subjected to the vagaries of economy. I will tell you that is a good news. But now we are open, we are volatile. Nobody covers you. In fact, the rain is falling on us. The umbrella that should cover us should have been provided by the government. They tore the umbrella, so everybody is exposed. Whatever the market says, you dance to it. And I keep saying, there are certain things in every country where government of that country will make sure that it is available for the citizens. What is available to Nigerians except poverty and suffering? Nothing else is available for us. Can we say, in Zambia, some years back, government just put a small amount of money on bread. The people went haywire. Bread. In other countries, it is power. You must subsidize it. Some people, it is grain. Some people, it is wheat. Some people, it is milk. The government must subsidize it so that people will live well. But what does government subsidize in our country? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
Even security itself, we are subsidizing it by ourselves. I know how much I paid last week for me to be protected in my local government. As in my area, I'm the one paying for my own security. And yet I have government in place who swore to protect me. Now I'm paying to protect myself.
Let's remain hopeful, Chukwemeka. Let's take one last headline before we take a commercial break. Now, this headline here is entirely different from fuel and other issues. So the headline says, bank earned 225 billion naira from ATM e-banking charges. What's your take on that?
No, it's a bazaar. It's a bazaar for banks. In fact, the way they remove money now, one man even told me that he will stop passing through his bank because he doesn't know whether anytime he passes, he will collect money.
Let's take a commercial break. We'll touch more on that after the break.
Your preferred wholesome radio.
Thinking of an all-in-one digital platform that fits your lifestyle and makes everyday payments simple, reliable, and fast?
Oh, wow. Yes, please.
Allow me introduce you to BillStation, your one-stop digital payment solution for individuals and businesses. Built to simplify payments and services for millions across Africa. With BillStation, you can buy cheap airtime and data, pay electricity bills, send money instantly, make online payments, and book flights and hotels. Enjoy our overseas airport pickup services, interstate bus ticket sales, and event tickets, all on BillStation. Fast, simple, reliable.
Wow, that's amazing.
Visit www.thebillstation.com. Download the BillStation app on the Apple App Store or Android Google Play and get welcome bonuses when you sign up. Enjoy fast customer support and a seamless user experience every time. Get in touch with us today.
Email thebillstation175@gmail.com or sales@thebillstation.com.
WhatsApp 091 6858 1914. BillStation. Your world, your money, one station.
long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour. I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data. Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903-936-8185. Call Tobi on 0803-509-3394. Ayo on 0706-840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go!
Hey there!
Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Efile Emma Yukuro, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Nibe Gongon Lewa.
Right, if you're just tuned in, you're still on Perspective Unlimited on World Radio 89.3 FM. We are still reaching you from Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. And we are on the second segment of the program, whereby we open our phone lines, and you can also drop a comment for us on Facebook. So, right, the studio line is 091 0916 893 1000. 0916 893 1000. Also, you could reach us on 0915 333 4893. And finally, 0911 333 893. That's 0911 333 893. 893. All right, Chukwemeka, back to the last headline we were taking, which is bank earns 225 billion naira from ATM e-banking charges while we wait for callers to call in.
It is a bazaar for banking institutions, and that's the one thing about.
Yeah, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
This is Miriam calling from Owoaje.
Okay, hello Miriam. How are you?
I'm very well.
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Since the local has been in office, I really cannot point at any tangible thing we are benefiting under its administration. Because virtually all sectors are not in good shape. Soon you hear us still going on strike, resident doctors on strike, social sector on strike. Is this how we are going to continue to 2027, if not 2036? So I only urge Nigerians, if truly we are tired of this administration, go out in mass, get our PVC, and right our wrongs come the next election. We cannot continue like this. Insecurity is also on the high side. So we should think twice, and we should not fall for cheap talks from these politicians. We shouldn't fall for 5 Congress of rice, 5,000, and all other things. We should rise up. We should be wiser now. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Temitokwe.
Okay, so it's a bazaar for banks, and that's one thing that confuses me about our economy. GDP is growing. World Bank is saying that we should put more taxes on power, on so many things. Yet, the economy is growing officially, but people are suffering.
All right, hold on. We have a call. Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, sir. Ruth calling from Malakia.
All right. Hello, Ruth.
As regards insecurity,
yes,
do we really have a functioning government? Because it's hard to understand how terrorists continue to attack almost daily without action against them. Some of those are even arrested, are granted amnesty. This really reflects a serious failure of leadership at the federal level. I just hope Nigeria take this as a wake-up call ahead of the 2027 elections, because we can't continue like this. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
So you hear officially that the economy is growing. But to me, the metrics to measure a good economy is the people on the street. Look at the people, look at their lifestyle, look at how they are eating. Now, there is something that is very, very dangerous going on in our country today. If you go to the market right now and buy anything that is tied in nylons in terms of grounded pepper or any of these things, you are buying poison. Because Nigerians have devised a way to maximize profit. A lot of things. That's why you hear people, if a 7-year-old child coming down with cancer.
No, but
I'm coming.
Are you saying that there are still no innocent people that are doing their business normal? Sorry, we have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
This is Adenka from
Hello, Aderonke. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Concerning insecurity is now, I would say mandatory is now part of our daily life in the country. Just take a look at the general that was killed and his corpse was even delivered without the kidnappers being arrested. Seriously, where are we going in this country? Yeah, don't see us through. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aderonke.
I'm not saying that we don't have honest people who are doing business. But what I'm saying is that the present economic situation where banks are making huge profits is not reflecting on the lifestyle of the people. You understand? It's not reflecting, go and buy. So banks can make as much as they can. That's what I'm saying, that this policy of government is not helping. It may help other financial institutions, but the people are paying dearly for it. Because the purchasing power has been whittled down. The people are not eating what they want to eat, but what is available. And banks are smiling to the bank. Banks are smiling to banks. Banks are making profit, huge profit. That's why I'm saying that our economy lacks explanation. It's like a voodoo economy. Something you look at it, you can't understand it. Why are they making huge profits in this time where even network providers saying that Nigerians have borrowed 3-something billion on credit?
All right, hold that thought. We have a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, World Radio.
Yeah, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Salami. I'm calling from Mawoton.
Okay, Mr. Salami, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Mr. Chukwemeka, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir, my brother.
Well done, my brother. Well done, sir. Mr. Chukwemeka, I'm not happy this morning.
What happened,
Really sincerely. What has not happened? Yesterday, I slept with sadness, with sorrow in my heart. Why? I don't know whether you saw the handing over of the body, the corpse of the slain general, with the daughter of the general. Kind of, was he kneeling down before the terrorists and what? I don't know what they were telling her. So what it to me is that Nigerian government, Katsina government, standing side by side with the terrorists while receiving the corpse from the bandit. And the doctor slept with a heavy heart. One could see the heaviness in her heart. One could see the body. One could see the pain in her heart. And that's why I said I was not happy. I slept with sadness, with sorrow in my heart last night. So how long are you going to continue?